Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to go over my final gear review for the items I will be taking with me on my PCT through hike in 2020. These are the items that I will be starting with at Campo, and when I get to the Sierra I'll be adding some extra items as well, but I'm going to show you everything that I'm starting with. I will be including gear links for all the items that I'm showing you today in the description below this video, so be sure to check those out if you have any questions. And also, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button to follow along on my journey. I will be doing daily videos from the PCT once I'm out there in early March. My base weight is going to be 12.5 pounds, and I'm really happy with that. That's a 5-pound savings from when I left the trail in 2019 for my section hike. So anyway, I've got a lot of things to cover with you guys today, so let's get going. Okay, so this is everything that I'll be carrying with me in my backpack when I leave Campo. Let's start with the poly cryo tarp that everything is laying on right now, but that is going to be my tent footprint, and that is cut to the size of my tent, which it looks huge right now, but it's really not as big as it looks on here. But anyway, that's going to be a lot lighter than the Tyvek that I used last year, so that's a new addition. So let's start with the backpack, and that is the ULA Circuit, and to both shoulder straps I added Justin's ultralight water bottle holder. That's a 1 liter on that side, and then the other side has a 16-ounce size, so that's a new addition, something I'm really happy to have with me. And it's great because it distributes some of the weight from your back to the front also, so you're not carrying all your water weight in the back, and I think that's kind of a smart thing to do. Plus it's nice to have easy access to your water bottles. And for my sleep system, I'm going to be using the Z-Packs Classic 5-degree bag, which I absolutely love. It's so fluffy and so comfortable, and I wouldn't trade that bag for the world. As far as the pad goes, this is the Thermarest Sea-Light pad, and I have it cut down to torso length, so it's pretty short, but it can be used for under my mattress, and also I can use it at break times for sit pad or resting, so I'm really happy to have that with me. And then for my actual mattress, I'll be using the Neo Air Thermarest X-Lite, and that is the short. And so I'm gonna have my legs dangling off the end of that. So what I use is my backpack for my lower body, and that worked out really well last year and kept me nice and comfortable, and I didn't feel that my body was like hanging off of anything at all at any time, so that combination worked out really well together. And then as far as my tent goes, I have the Z-Packs Duplex, and I have for my stakes MSR Groundhogs and 2 of the Z-Packs Titanium stakes. I'll be bringing a pillow with me. As far as my clothing goes, for my puppy, I have the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket, Outdoor Research Helium 2 rain jacket. For my sleep system, I'll be using the Arc'teryx Women's Row LT long sleeve, pair of Darn Tough socks, and my thermal leggings are Under Armour. I also have a beanie there, an extra pair of Ex Officio underwear, and my rain pants are Under Armour Storm Surge. Okay, for my kids, I have a repair kit / medical, and then this is my personal care kit. And if you're interested in knowing exactly what items are in those, I will put that at the end of the video, so you can jump ahead to those if you want to see all the little individual items that I have included there. So I'll put the time at which those occur in the description below, so check that out if you're interested. Okay, so for all these little miscellaneous items here, let's start with my water system first. I'll be carrying with me 3 of the Life water bottle liter size, and then 1 of the 16-ounce bottles. And then I also have I never say this right, knock, and you know what, you guys always tell me the right way to say it, and then by the time I have to say it again, I forgot again. So my water bladder is a 2-liter size, and that's for water collection and also just emergency storage if I need to carry a little extra with me. I'll be using the regular size Sawyer squeeze. I did not like the mini when I used that. I have not tried the micro. but I'm really happy with the Sawyer squeeze, so I don't want to change to anything else at this point. I know I get a lot of recommendations, but I'm happy with this, so I want to stick with this. I like the ease of it and didn't have any problems with it when I was on the PCT before, and the flow rate was really, really good, so I am just going to stick with that. As far as my cookware system, I'm going to be using the 750 ml Toaks titanium pot. And my stove is BRS 3000T, and then I cut off a little bit of my camp towel to use in my cook pot, and that helps to, I can use that to wrap around my stove and also my mini bic and other things so that they're not banging around inside my can. And then I've got the bag that fits around all of that. My spoon is a Sea to Summit long-handled titanium, and really like that combination last year. My bag is a Z-Pack spare bag. And let's see here. My umbrella is a Gossamer Gear. I can't remember the exact name, a Light Flex, I believe that is. And I'll be bringing just a regular garbage bag to start out with for any extra rain protection around my sleeping bag at the bottom. I'll be getting an actual pack liner once I get to areas that, you know, where I could definitely fall in water, like the Sierra or places like that. But to get started, I'm just going to be using a garbage bag at the bottom of my bag. And I also have the Z-Pack's backpack cover as well for rain. So I've got that together with those three together. I should be covered as far as waterproofing goes. And then I'm just going to be using a gallon-sized baggie for my garbage. I'm going to be bringing one knee brace with me. I sometimes will have some knee pain when I'm doing a lot of long down hills, and it's typically one side or the other that's bothering me at a time, so I think I feel okay with just bringing one with me. If I think I need both, I'll just have my husband stick it in a resupply box and I'll have both of them with me on the trail. I'm going to be bringing the Sea to Summit camp towel. I really, really like this. I picked this up in Idlewild last year to replace my bandana I was using as a towel. That was worthless. It was not absorbent at all for me, and I just didn't, I didn't feel it was very absorbent. So this one here is really absorbent, works really, really quickly, and dries super fast. So I'm really happy with that, and it's really lightweight. I have to bring my prescription glass case. For my toiletry system, I'll be using the Deuce of Spades trowel, and another new addition to this year is the this is called the Kula cloth P-Reg, and that can just hang outside of my backpack to dry. And the nice thing with this is that you can snap it, so it's very discreet. I'll just be carrying my toiletries inside this black mesh bag here. As far as my electronics go, I'm going to be using the Anker 20,000 milliamp. I like that size. I considered going something smaller that weighs less, but because I'm planning on doing longer stretches this time around, a lot of my stretches are averaging about 7 days or so, so I want to definitely make sure I have enough power out there, especially with my Garmin, my headlamp, all the videotaping I'm going to be doing, so I would rather have a little bit of extra weight in that department. I got my 2-port USB charger and my Garmin InReach Explorer, and if you guys are planning on getting one of those, I would definitely recommend getting some sort of screen protector. Mine got pretty, I don't know if you can see it, but it got pretty scratched up. I carried it on my front shoulder strap, and anytime I set it down, if I wasn't paying attention and it scraped against the many granite rocks and things that are out there, it scratches unbelievably easy. So I would recommend getting a screen protector to protect your investment. My headlamp is the NU25 Nightcore, and I absolutely love that headlamp. It's LED rechargeable, super lightweight, and is super bright. So this one has the red mode on it. I didn't have that last year, I just had the NU20, and I love that one too, but this one's just the upgrade in that department. And then I changed out the strap on it that came with it and made my own using my Z-Pack's cord. And so yeah, I think it weighs like 1.1 ounces altogether. Highly recommend that. I'll probably do a gear review video on that as well. Go out on a night hike. Okay, so I think I covered everything that I wanted to. And then we're going to move on to all the things that I'll be wearing on my body and that will not be on my backpack. So let's get going with that. Alright, so here are all the items that I will be wearing on my body when I leave Campo in March. And let's start with the shirt. I'm going to be using the Sun Shirt long sleeve, and this is by Field and Stream. It's called Smart Cool. It is an older shirt, so I don't know if they actually make the same exact model anymore, but I'll give you a link to what their most current shirt is that is similar to this. This reminds me of the PFG by Columbia. Also, it's very soft and comfortable, and it can roll up at the sleeves if I need to cool off. It's got the zip-up pockets on it. It's got really nice ventilation around the front and the back of it. And then also underneath that, I'm going to be wearing a Nike Dry Fit short sleeve. And I'm just always going to keep that combination on, and if I want to take off the long sleeve I can, or wear them in combination. I just like the versatility of having both of those. And for the leggings, I'm going to be using, these are just Champion leggings that I bought from Target. These are capris. They don't seem to pile in the thigh area, even with all the walking and rubbing, and I wear these a lot. I like them so much I actually bought about 3 other pair of them. So I will give you the link to what the blend is, polyester versus spandex in them. But I especially love this blend. It's really comfortable and stretchy. And then as far as my trekking poles go, these are the Black Diamond, and these are called Trail Ergo Cork. They have the cork handles on them. They're really comfortable. And I also have my hair bands tied up on those as well. These also will be used for my Z-Packs duplex tent to hold it up. And then my socks, I always double up my socks, and I wear the Injinji toe sock first, and then over top of that I will have my Darn Tough socks. And that combination works really, really well for me. I don't want to stray from that, so I'm going to keep doing that. And then as far as the shoes go, I have the Ultra Lone Peak 3.5s and with the Super Feet green insole. And so that combination with the socks has worked really, really well for me in training on the PCT when I was out there for a month. This year, I never got any hot spots, and so I'm just going to stick with what's working for me. I'm going to try to get some more of the 3.5s. I wasn't too nuts about the 4.0. They seem to deteriorate very quickly. These are my Dirty Girl gaiters, and I'll be wearing those over my shoes. Actually, I tried to not wear the Dirty Girl gaiters this year, just to test out, how effective they are. And I didn't even make it half a day before I put them back on, because I was getting all kinds of little pieces of gravel and sand and stuff in my shoes. So they really do work well, and I'm just going to keep using those. As far as my bandana, I'm going to use the Buff bandana again. That's something I'm going to keep on all the time. And my underwear, have a pair of Ex Officio briefs that I'll be wearing. And this is just a cheapy sports bra. I'm not like a big girl, it needs a lot of support, so this is just nylon. It's nice and stretchy and comfortable. My sun gloves are just generic basic sun gloves, nothing fancy. This is a cool hat, and absolutely love it. I have it in another color. It's just really comfortable and stretchy on my head, so I'm going to go with that. My neck knife, this is a new addition, is the MK knife, and this is the Genesis 2, and I absolutely love this knife. I had my name engraved on it, and Patrick is awesome over there at MT Knives, so I'll leave his contact information below, and I'll probably do some sort of review on this knife as well. I told him that I was gonna test it out and probably do a review video, so I would like to do that. So far I'm very impressed with it though. So that's it for my clothing items. Let's move along to my little, this is my fanny pack, although it's really going to be used in the front. Very lightweight, and you can fit a lot of stuff in it. It's got up to 3 compartments in it. I did modify the way that they do the belt a little bit. I didn't like the way that it came, but I was able to easily modify it to how I wanted it to work. And then these are just the items. Some of the items I'm going to be keeping inside of that all the time. So I've got my wallet, super lightweight, my glasses, prescription, pepper spray, chapstick, and I'll probably be keeping my sunscreen and snacks in there as well. So there you have it. That's everything I will be wearing on my person. So real quick, these are just extra items that I'm gonna not take with me initially. These are more like on standby for areas that I may need them, such as the ice axe and microspikes. I may need to have those sent to, say, Paradise Cafe or even Warner Springs, just depending on what's going on with the weather. I'm going to be leaving in early March, so I don't know if it is going to be a drier winter, if we're still going to have some later snowstorms. I could be dealing with some snow pretty early on, so I may need to have those shipped to me earlier on than anticipated. I do need to get the tips for this as well. I tried to use duct tape, I think, on it last year. That didn't work very well, and it was just eating up the back of my backpack, so make sure you get the tips for that. I've got my head net for later on. This is an emergency blanket with some extra matches and some like cotton and fuzz in there, and I think a couple alcohol wipes and stuff too, but that's just for later for areas where I might feel better having that as a backup in case of any emergencies in the cold. I've got my gloves, and these are just some extra really super soft, super warm socks that I might need for like the Sierra, or if I feel like I need to have something a little warmer than the Darn Tough, I'll have those shipped to me. This is a micro fleece hoodie. This is not a Melanzana hoodie, which everybody seems to be going crazy about right now. I actually had this well before that. It's something that I love to wear at home, and it keeps me really, really warm. So that's going to be a backup mid-layer that I may have sent to me. Like I said, I'm leaving early on, so there could be a chance that I'm not staying as warm as I'd like to at night. And then also, obviously, a bear can. I would plan on getting that at Kennedy Meadows. I would just buy the BV 500 when I get there, or rent it. Alright, so we are going to go over my medical / repair kit items and also my personal care kit items. Starting with the repair medical kit. Up at the top here we have KT tape, and that's super sticky. That's going to take the place of Leuko tape for me. I wasn't impressed with the Leuko tape last year. It was very hard to, once you wound it around things, it like would glue to itself, and I couldn't get it to unwrap. So this KT tape is just as sticky, and I think would work just as well. I have Band-Aids and one moleskin there. And these are extra water treatment tabs just to have a backup. I've got Benadryl, decongestant, that's Pepto-Bismol, antacids, Advil, ibuprofen, Imodium, antidiarrheal. I'm also going to be adding loratadine, which is my allergy medication. Those are really tiny little pills, so that's not going to add any extra weight to this. A couple triple antibiotic ointment packets, sting relief pad, and some alcohol prep wipes. As far as the repair kit items, I have, this is for my mattress and pillow and tent. And then I've got my Z-Pax cord, which is going to be multi-purpose. I can use it for my bear bag, for a clothesline, or whatever else I want to use it for. I've got my mini Sharpie marker and some duct tape. And then I've got my little titanium sewing scissors. These are great, and they're super lightweight. And then I protect the tip by just jamming it into the duct tape. And then I've got my little sewing kit, just some black thread and a needle. And then my O-ring for my Sawyer squeeze filter, just an extra. And then I also have my super glue. I ended up actually super gluing my O-ring into my other Sawyer filter last year, and that seemed to take care of the problem of it popping out. But it's always good to have a backup of that too, though, just in case. And by the way, the super glue is great for cracked cuticles. That was an issue on the PCT last year. Almost the entire time I had cracked cuticles, and somebody at the end of my trip gave me the tip of putting a little bit of super glue on there. So I'm definitely going to try that this year, if that's or next year if that's a problem, and see if that works. And then as far as my personal care items, I'm probably going to be getting a bigger tube of sunscreen, but I have this one for now, and then this is going to be replaced with Bronner's soap, so just a little bit of soap to have on the trail. These are actually dehydrated toothpaste dots. Yes, that's a thing. I'm going to be doing that. I'm dehydrating everything else, so I'm going to dehydrate some toothpaste as well and just bring these dots with me. It works really good. You just kind of start chewing on it a little bit. It's super soft and chewy, and then it softens really, really well, and then you can just brush it into your teeth right away. So that works out really good. And I keep them from sticking together by using baking soda. So you have a little bit of baking soda on there as well. I've got my floss that's going to be pre-cut in my resupply packets. Little mini mirror that I took off one of my makeup compacts, so it's super light. And I've got my little jar of essential oil. It's one of my luxury items. I do like to have my lavender oil. It's multi-purpose. So I'm going to be bringing that with me. And I've got my toothbrush with a little head cover and tweezers and my nail clippers. So if you guys are still here this late in the video, I really appreciate you for sticking around. I know it's a lot of gear to go over, and I hope that you found it useful in some way, or at least interesting. I know it's fun to watch and see what people decide to bring with them. I've tested out pretty much everything that I have already in the field from this year's hike and also my practice hikes, and I'm really happy with everything I have. I'm not looking really to change anything else at this point, and I can't really spend any more money than I already have. I need to start saving for my hike, so that I don't really want to make any more modifications at this point, but I'm happy with everything. And if you guys have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to leave those questions below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Again, I appreciate all of you. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and follow me on my adventure this coming year. I'm really looking forward to it and having you all along with me. So you take care. Bye-bye.